We'd like to start by saying thank you for placing your trust in us. Your support has been so significant. As a team at the Linking Network, we all believe that education can be transformative to life chances.
You asked us to try to reach half of all primary children at some point in their primary education. Schools responded really positively, and we reached almost 70% of classes. We grew from 68 to 205 classes. We exceeded the target you set us to support 10 secondary schools, and we have worked with 25. This has included 17 schools taking part in the linking programme and great engagement in a support network for leaders. We've exceeded all the targets set on special mainstream linking, home education, family engagement in linking, teacher training and digital linking. You asked us to do this work prior to COVID. We were able to provide curriculum support for home learning during lockdown and beyond. We've now adapted our school's linking programmes to enable pupils to connect with one another from the classroom. It's meaningful, sparky, manageable for teachers and helps build a kinder and more connected society.
Hi, I'm Paula and a member of the Linking Network. Now, before joining the Linking Network, I had the opportunity to do linking with my own Year 4 class. And so I got to have first-hand experience of the project and the impact that it has. I watched us bringing children from different backgrounds together, help them build self-esteem, nurture a sense of belonging, and supported them in connecting with others to build a strong sense of self and community. As a teacher, I felt really supported by the network, and I could see all the resources, which were so easy to use, were thoughtfully created with a focus on individual identity and community at their core.
Hello, I am Azam. I work part-time as a secondary teacher and for the Linking Network. I've seen firsthand the positive and powerful impact linking has. My own life experiences of interacting with others have protected me from building simplistic stereotypes, and this is what we want for all our students. As well as linking, we create resources on a wide range of subjects, including fake news and critical thinking.
We have also seen growth and wonderful opportunities created in special mainstream linking. Intergenerational linking builds connections across difference.
Teachers tell us that this programme is making a real difference for their pupils and is needed more than ever. From everyone involved in the network, we say a big thank you.
Hi, my name is Ellie and I'm a lead youth worker for the Youth Association in the Bradford area. Our work in Bradford involves a number of different projects, which I'm hoping that this video will give you a little bit more information on. I'm just out on detachment release. It's raining, but we come out anywhere.
Detached youth work operates without the use of a building or activity and takes place where young people are at both geographically and developmentally. We often work on street corners and parks, engaging with young people where they hang out in their own environment. It delivers informal and social education and addresses whatever needs are presented to or perceived by the youth worker. Street Safe is one of our detached projects, where the aim is to build relationships with groups of young people and provide them with street-level activities, as well as have the informal discussions around positive masculinity, drug awareness, knife crime, anger management, stereotyping, racism and much more.
So the Common Ground project, it seeks to increase collaboration and dialogue between groups in Great Horton of different ethnic and cultural backgrounds. It really seeks to get them addressing local issues together in a way that's mutually beneficial and gets them working together and establishing that sense of common ground. It's also collaborative, so it works in partnership with other agencies such as the Council, the Yorkshire Wildlife Trust, St John's, a local church project, and others. It employs as well a couple of Roma Slovak practitioners to give us that cultural kind of capital in the area with some of those groups that are often difficult to reach.
Another of our activities is packing and distributing food parcels to families in the Great Horton area. This is a really important part of the work we do in Bradford, because despite the obvious fact that food is key to survival, there are families with children who are entitled to free school meals who are left with very little food during the school holidays. These food parcels are to ensure that these families are not going without, and also to remove the anxiety about where the next meal is coming from. Another one of our projects is the Community Ambassadors project. The aim of this project is to get young people involved in social action and volunteering. The community ambassadors we are currently working with have identified the environment as being important to them. We are working alongside Yorkshire Wildlife Trust on this project, and it is based around the green space in their area which is neglected with a lot of fly tipping on it. The young people want this to be a safe place that they can play on and that their community can feel proud of.
Hi, I'm Katie.
Hi, I'm Anna.
And we're from Grant Thornton, and we just wanted to give you an update on the project that we've been working on, which is the Inclusive Employers Project as part of the Bradford for Everyone programme. So we've been working with two organisations in the Bradford area, that being the Bradford Council and Yorkshire Building Society, and that's been over the past year. And what we've been doing is we've been supporting them to move on their inclusion journeys, utilising our inclusion maturity model. So we started out by identifying their current position and supported them to develop an implementation plan and roadmap to drive inclusion change. We're now in a check and challenge phase of the project, supporting them as they implement their initiatives. Alongside the work that we've been doing with the council and with YBS, we've also delivered 3 events as part of an Inclusive Employers Network, which has culminated in the launch of our Inclusive Employers Toolkit, which has been designed to support Bradford-based employers on their inclusion journeys.
So in terms of the impact of the project to date, YBS and Bradford Council have made huge progress on their inclusion journeys over the past year. And a couple of examples of some of the positive impacts of the project are the following. So YBS recently moved up 12 places to position 35 on the top 50 inclusive companies index. And this is an external UK league table for inclusive companies. So well done to YBS, that was really great. The project and the Grant Thornton Inclusion Maturity Model has also been recognised by the Council for Europe's Intercultural Cities programme, and it's been recognised as an example of good practice. And then also the 3 Inclusive Employers Network events have all been really well attended by a range of organisations in the Bradford district, which is fantastic to see despite some of the challenges that businesses have faced in the past year. So it's really showing that clearly inclusion is still at the top of many organisations' agendas in the district. So we hope you enjoy the rest of your away day and that you found this update helpful.
Bye.
Thanks, bye.
I don't know anyone who wants to be tolerated. People want to belong. We join clubs, young people join gangs, we congregate in places where we are accepted and valued. Bradford as One is founded on work done at the Thornbury Centre since 2009. We saw lots of initiatives being delivered by very little change. So we, along with colleagues from other organisations, began to look at new ways of working, focusing on assets, on what was working, on solutions the community saw and used. We also learnt that just like individuals, communities don't change unless they want to. A bit like a piece of elastic, you can stretch a community to try something new, but if they don't own it, once you let it go, they will spring back. In a recent Safer Communities Board meeting, a gentleman said something along the lines of, integration is more than being invited to the dance. It is when people dance together. How often we bring groups of people together to talk about an issue, but we soon find the like-minded, or those that look alike, sound like us, or agree with us, go off together, and our discussion becomes an echo chamber, and we come away satisfied. Bradford as One model seeks out people who want to challenge exclusion and works with them to use social action to help others want the same positive change. That often means creating opportunities for neighbours to meet, questioning preconceived ideas about their fellow neighbours to begin to create more inclusive localities. Bradford as One is about challenging the status quo. This is where we're at currently, working in 3 wards, Little Horton, Eccles Hill and Keighley Central, with 3 amazing partner organisations: Shine, Thorpe Edge Community Project and Keith the Healthy Living Centre. We are bringing together community members all interested in the idea of being involved in a project about social mixing, no one really knowing what that will look like in the end. In January, they will join our training where they will learn about ABCD approaches, appreciative inquiry and community readiness for change. They will begin to discuss what we mean by integration and social mixing. Their thoughts and ideas may be challenged, and they may realise the journey that they are on isn't always easy, and prepare them for taking their communities on a similar journey. By spring, they will have designed their social action, their project that they believe will challenge their friends and neighbours to begin the same journey they've been on, where they stop denying there is a problem, or that they believe that merely tolerating their Roma neighbour is good enough, to maybe beginning to want not only to invite that person to a dance, but perhaps even dance with them, so that they can learn a little more about what makes them tick.
Hi, my name is Lisa Mccain and I'm one of the English Language Service Assessors with the English Language Advice Hub under Bradford for Everyone. The 2011 census identified 24,000 people in the Bradford district who spoke little or no English. Bradford is one of the 5 key pilot integration areas funded by MHCLG. This formed our starting point and informed our project objectives. These objectives include the investigation of the experiences of current and potential Esol students through baseline needs assessments and focus groups in order to establish what barriers are experienced in terms of access and progression, and also to establish what gaps there are between learner need and current provision. Prior to lockdown, we were working hard on engaging with providers and learners, but as with so much, the pandemic impeded our ability to safely conduct our sessions. We've been working on finding ways around these issues. To date, we've conducted 266 baseline needs assessments and 25 focus groups, encompassing around 200 participants, with plans to deliver many more in the new year, both remotely and in person, where this is possible and where restrictions permit. We've also undertaken the mapping of Esol provision for Bradford District and also establishing a website to equip learners, tutors and providers with comprehensive, timely and detailed information about Esol provision. So far we've identified 35 providers in the district and we've been supported in getting provider information online by the fabulous Migrant English Support Hub. You can find our providers via the Learning English Yorkshire and the Humber website. In addition to this, we've been working on developing a single point of contact for Esol providers to access support and advice, which we tried to initiate at COVID-compliant venues between the first and second lockdowns. We have further plans to widen this area of work in the new year, when restrictions are hopefully able to be reduced or lifted. We're also embarking on the concept of establishing a single district-wide Esol initial assessment through consultation with Esol providers. In our recent Bradford Esol Provider Consortium meeting, we set up a working group to open discussion around the viability of this. We are very excited about this prospect, but we're under no illusions and know that getting the assessment right is a real challenge. We feel that this work could really improve the consistency of initial assessment throughout the district. There's also been a substantial piece of work around filling the gap left by the end of the Talk English programme. Bradford for Everyone managed to secure £135,000 of funding from MHCLG to co-design a programme of Esol provision alongside previous Talk English consortium members. And this gave our project an invaluable opportunity to address some of the findings around provision limitation of our research data, including the elimination of the restrictive 12-month eligibility criteria, increasing learning hours from 30 to 60, and ensuring that sessions feature reading and writing skill development in addition to speaking and listening skill acquisition. We also factored in funding allocations for childcare and for digital devices, and developing opportunities for enhancing digital skills for Esol learners, and reducing digital inequalities which have become particularly prominent during the pandemic. We're also currently piloting home learning Esol sessions after identifying this need through our needs assessments and focus groups. The sessions are delivered via WhatsApp with pre-entry to entry 1 level learners who are unable to attend community Esol sessions due to health or caregiving reasons. These sessions are going really well. We are also in consultation with staff at the University of Bradford to strengthen referral pathways for higher level Esol learners to progress to higher education through the Sanctuary Scholarship Programme. Though we are well aware that things are very challenging in our communities right now for so many reasons, we are ready to continue the important work to support members of our diverse and incredible communities, as well as the amazing Esol providers and absolutely dedicated volunteer tutors who work tirelessly to enable them to progress and fulfil their potential. The English Language Advice Hub is so proud to be part of Team Bradford.